Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and an interesting comment made by Vikings cornerback Kris Boyd. We're going to talk about what he said about his former coaching staff here in just a second. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are closing in on 7,300 subscribers. Want to get to 8K before the season starts, so be sure to subscribe and like the vids. All right, so Kris Boyd, our outspoken, outgoing fifth string cornerback, was on the All Things Covered podcast and was asked about the former coaching staff, and he did not hold back. This is what he said. Kris Boyd says, "They walked around with their assholes tight. Anytime you messed up, it was like the world ended." Kris Boyd coming clean, and I want to say, number one, I appreciate him being honest, saying things that most people would not say. A couple things to definitely read into this. So number one, the Vikings defense definitely played that way. They played scared, not scared of who they were playing, but scared to make a mistake. They were afraid of the consequences if they screwed up. Leads to overthinking, leads to overcorrecting, trying to do too much, trying to do everything perfectly. I think that led to a lot of the comebacks last year that these teams were having when the Vikings were up by double digits, but could not hold leads. And it talks again, it goes with everything that we've heard about this culture of fear, leading through fear, keeping people in line because, they're scared to talk to their head coach. So the culture definitely was very, very toxic last year. There's just been so many cases where guys have come out and not quite been this blunt about it as Kris Boyd was, but to at least hint at it or allude to a very negative ass culture here around the Vikings and the coaching staff that was here previously under Mike Zimmer. So again, Kris Boyd coming out saying that just kind of confirms everything else that we've heard. He made it a little more fun here, a little more creative, a little more descriptive. But what does this say about Kris Boyd now? Because old school rules, you keep this shit in house. Keith Millard was actually on this tweet that came out. He said, you don't let this stuff come out. You may get wondered, is the new coaching staff, what do they think about this? Are they going to hold this against Kris Boyd when it comes down to cut day? If he's borderline, are they going to say, hey, are we going to keep this guy who's going to run his mouth to the media, keeping, secrets about us? Is he going to come out and expose this kind of stuff? This is the kind of guy we want on our team. And that's definitely a fair point. Not all coaches like this. This is stuff that they do like to keep in house. And if Kris Boyd is going to be this loud and out forth with this kind of stuff, this may go against him if his roster spot truly does come on him and another guy. So Kris Boyd, he's letting it all air out. What do you guys think of his comment below? Are you surprised to hear this? Were you already on board with this negative culture that was here under Mike Zimmer, or is this surprising news to you? And do you think this will hurt Kris Boyd? Let me know in the comments. And until then, guys, keep your skull in your hole.